Unit 4. Skills Test. Listening. Listen to people talking in 10 different situations. Choose the correct answer, A to C, for questions 1 to 10. 1. You hear a boy talking about his family's move to the city.
I love going to the cinema, and there isn't one in the town where we lived, so I was really looking forward to moving to the city. There are 4 big cinemas there, but 3 of them are out of town, and I don't drive, and the bus system is rubbish. I wanted to go and see the latest Levi Miller film, but it wasn't on at the cinema in the centre. My dad was working late all last week, so I couldn't get a lift from him. In the end, I managed to persuade my friend and her mum to take me. It was worth it. The film was brilliant.
2. You hear 2 friends talking about a competition.
Hi, Joe. Have you heard about the competition the town planners have created for young people living in our area?
It sounds like it'll be really boring if it's created by the town planners.
Listen, they want us to design a new park for people our age living in the local area. It should have lots of up-to-date facilities, like Wi-Fi and a skate zone, and should encourage people to train for all kinds of sports.
What's the prize?
Well, as well as seeing your design used, you'll win a trip for your family to the next Olympics.
Wow! I'm going to enter then.
3. You overhear 2 friends talking about a new sports complex.
The new leisure complex opens soon. It'll have all sorts of sports facilities plus a cafe.
Will it have tennis courts? You beat me the last time we played.
I know. You're better than me at other ball sports, though. There'll be indoor as well as outdoor courts, so we can play when it's raining. You won't have that excuse not to. There's also an enormous pool. I'd love to learn to swim, but I'm terrified of deep water.
If there's a pool for beginners, I could teach you. It's really easy if you learn a few basic techniques. I managed to teach my brother.
All right, it's a plan. And I'll help you improve at tennis so we can replay our match.
4. You hear a news report on the radio.
Now, most of you will be thinking of going to work or school, especially if you have exams today. But the 24-hour strike by bus drivers is causing severe problems. There are no buses running to the high school, and there's only 1 bus an hour to the senior school, so that service is looking very crowded. We've been flooded by calls from parents and some young people anxious to know how they are going to get to school to take their exams. In some parts of the city, taxis are taking children to school, but if you're thinking of using that option, there's an hour's wait for one at present. We will, of course, keep you updated on this story.
5. You hear a father and a daughter talking.
Dad, can I go to the school concert on Saturday? Jane and her friends are singing in it.
Well, I've actually won some tickets to a concert this weekend and was thinking of taking you and your sister to see it. It was going to be a surprise.
Oh no! I promised Jane I'd go and see them singing. I shouldn't miss it.
Are you sure? Not even when the tickets are to see Taylor Swift in concert?
Wow! She's the best! I can't miss out on that.
6. You hear a girl talking about her grandparents.
I thought you said your grandparents were coming to live with you.
Well, things have moved on. Dad isn't really happy with the idea as he's worried about space. There's hardly enough room for us as it is. So he took them to see a few retirement complexes. They really liked one on the edge of the city.
What's it like?
Well, there's a warden who looks after residents in case they need help, so it's really secure. There's also a hall where they have classes and other social events, which my grandparents might like.
So, will they move there soon?
Once they've sold their house.
7. You hear part of an interview with a tour guide about activity holidays.
So, Katrina, for young people thinking of going on an activity holiday, what can you tell us about that?
Well, it's a great way to meet new people and get more self-belief. We see many young people who are dropped off by their parents looking a little anxious, but by the end of the holiday, they've made new friends and can do all manner of things.
So, what activities can they look forward to doing?
Most people enjoy climbing best, but whitewater rafting and snorkeling are also quite popular.
8. You hear a girl talking about her holiday in the countryside.
When my parents first told me they'd booked a holiday for us in the country, I thought they'd gone mad. They're very much city people who like to be on the go, but they said the holiday would allow us to really relax. We stayed in a little cottage next to a farm, and the farmer and his wife made us feel very welcome. They brought us milk and eggs from the farm, and even some steak to cook one night. They also told us about tourist spots and amenities in the area. By far the best thing was being able to give the farmers' cows and sheep their food. I think the country air did us all a lot of good.
9. You hear a boy and a girl talking about a concert.
What's the matter, Johnny? You look down in the dumps.
I am. I want to go to see Liverpool Street, my favourite band, play when they come to Manchester. But my mum says I'm not old enough to go on my own. It's so unfair.
Could you go with a friend and one of their parents?
I don't know. Harry's also keen on Liverpool Street, but I don't know about his dad.
I think he bought the band's last CD. You could ask Harry if they could go with you. Your mum would be okay with that.
That's a good idea. I'll do that.
10. You hear two friends talking about things they regret.
I wish I'd remembered it was Rita's birthday. I'd have got her a card and a present.
Well, I gave her something, but it turns out she doesn't need it. I should have known she would have all the Hunger Games books.
At least you tried. I'm going into town after school to look for a present for her.
Can I come with you? I want to get her something else.
Will you give it to her at the party at the weekend?
Yes, I will. You are invited, aren't you?
Yes, I am. That is, I am if Rita forgives me.